Hola, welcome you now to another episode of the Global Latin Fact, the podcast where we talk about Latino, everything. Make sure you subscribe to the channel right now. Why? We have amazing stories to share with you. They're just going to empower you and encourage you. Today, as you can tell, there's a lot of noise going on and a lot of things going on in the background because it's a very special edition episode that we hope that you enjoy. So today is Career Fair by Los Primos. They've been our previous guest. Alicia was on my podcast. You can check out her episode and learn all about Los Primos, the Los Primos organization regarding mentorship. And again, my name is Crispin Valentin. And today, I hope you enjoyed this, a very amazing special episode. All right, so check it out. We have a very neat treat here. If you follow the Los Primos social media, do you know who this lovely lady is? Please introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Victoria Zamora. I'm a sophomore at Texas Christian University, and I'm the marketing intern for Los Primos.
Awesome. So as far as when they approached you to do the social media, what drew you to Los Primos, or what kind of got your attention about what they do?
Well, actually, I wasn't in Primos in high school. A lot of my friends were, and I was honestly a little bit jealous of them.
Yeah.
I didn't get to do it in high school, but when I was in college, I really wasn't looking for an internship, but my high school Spanish teacher actually reached out to me, and she told me, hey, Primos is hiring a marketing intern.
Nice.
I think you do a lot of good work for them. I think you should apply. And so during this time, it was over the summer, I was working as an orientation leader at TCU, and I was like bombarded with things, but I was like, you know what, I'll go for it because I'm a marketing major right now, and I know that's something I want to go into, and I love social media management. And so I went through the interview process, and it worked out, and I absolutely love it.
So TCU, I have a lot of people, friends, alumni, and everything. Tiffany Folklore, the folklorico girl.
I'm in that.
That's a friend of mine. That's a friend of mine. She's actually the one that created the group, the
Tiffany?
program, Tiffany.
Yes, I know
So I had her on my podcast before. So it's pretty neat that you're. So it's a small world, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
once they approach you, I mean, I've seen all your stuff. Did you ever imagine that Becky G was going to be one of the people that you get to work with as you started doing this?
Oh my gosh, no. I think that was so crazy when Alicia sent the text message to the intern. She was like, we're doing something with Becky G. I was like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. Like, and we got so much like visibility from that opportunity and so many followers. And I was just like, that is such an amazing opportunity for us to like get our like name out there.
Yeah.
I feel like what they do here at Primos is so important, like mentorship. I had my own mentor. It wasn't affiliated with Primos, but that relationship was so important to me, especially when I was a high school senior trying to pick my colleges. And I feel like the work that they do here is so great, and to get that visibility.
Whenever the idea of mentorship was introduced to you, what did you see that you realized, oh yeah, this is going to be good for me?
Yeah. I first was very scared of my mentor. She was a business owner, and she had worked in marketing, majored in marketing, and so that's how we got paired together. But it wasn't towards the end of my senior year that I really saw the value in it. She was helping me a lot with mock interviews because I had to interview for my scholarship at TCU.
Nice.
It was a full ride scholarship, and ever since I applied to TCU, I like kind of told myself, I was like, I cannot go here unless I get a full ride scholarship.
Oh,
and I loved.
Congratulations, that's amazing.
Thank you. I love TCU, and like their price tag is very, very hefty. So I was like, I need to make this work. And so she was there every step of the way. She was preparing me for the interview, and she brought in so many connections for me. And like, I was like, I wouldn't have been able to do this without her. And like my freshman year, she brought me out to dinner and like asked me how everything was. Like, she still continues to reach out, and like I saw the value in that.
That's amazing. Hey, thank you so much for your time.
Oh my gosh.
So before I let you go, tell the people all the social media for Los Primos and yourself if you want to be followed.
Oh my God, yes. So I don't know the at. Wait, you can cut this. Hold on. I'm gonna look for it. I should know this. Okay, we are at Los Primos Dallas. You can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. We post a lot of fun content of our mentors and our mentees and all the other events that we have going on. So go follow us on those socials.
If you have not seen her video, her introduction, it's very fun and nice. And I had first of all, I'm sorry, not say, I thought you were taller, a whole lot taller. The camera angles, you're the perfect size, but I'm saying like, on the camera that you look, the angles was fantastic. Like, oh my gosh, she looks so tall.
I know.
Little bitty person, but you just so powerful, by the way, as far as like getting a full ride scholarship, being able to know who to look for, find somebody that can help you, and they guide you through the process is amazing. So congratulations to you so much.
Thank you so much for this.
Absolutely. So we're gonna have more. This is the start of it, but stay tuned. We got someone coming up. Alicia, hola.
Hey,
Man,
friend.
it's been a minute.
I know. We haven't seen each other in a while. But...
You have so much things that have been happening lately. It's wild to me. And I'm so proud of y'all. Everything that y'all do, as much as I can share to tell people about y'all. I was just telling your husband that I've been working with the Hispanic Chamber a lot.
Okay.
They just launched a mentorship program.
Okay, great.
And some way, somehow, I find a way for y'all to at least talk.
Yeah.
Because I think y'all can help each other a lot.
Yeah, just sharing knowledge and sharing like what we do with each other. It's
For
always
people
helpful.
that don't know, it's almost a decade now of Los Primos, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Tell the people once again, how did it get started briefly, and what are we doing today?
Yeah, so I'm a first generation Texicana, I tell people.
Texicana.
Yeah, so Texicana. And so kind of navigating like high school, college, career paths was a little difficult for me as it is for a lot of first gen people. And so I was kind of inspired to start Primos from my own experience, but also as an experience as a teacher. Like I saw lots of little Alicias out there that were struggling in the same way. And
Absolutely.
so I was like, let's put together a mentoring program for our kids that can help guide them and figuring out what they want to do after high school and doing other programs like this career fair. So this career fair, it's not so much a job fair, but a chance for kids to explore lots of different career paths. Because I always tell people kids don't know what they don't know, and you got to show them.
You got to show them.
So they got to talk to people that look like them and get inspired by people that do really cool things. Like kids don't even know about half these jobs that exist out there, right?
Absolutely.
And so talking to them, feeling like they can relate to them, kids can see themselves doing that one day, right?
You know, I was talking to a lady next to us, the nonprofit, about how they help them with school and different stuff like that. And I thought about you and like, oh, that's some of the struggles that she dealt with when she was coming up. And you get to put all these people in place so they can see it for themselves.
Yeah. And I think it's good for kids to see themselves reflected in the people here today, right? Like, oh, they also speak Spanish. They also come from a family like mine. They also started at zero, right? Like, sometimes kids can look at people in successful positions and say, oh, you're privileged. Like, but not everybody started at 100. They started at zero, right?
One of my guests was telling me the reason why they started doing something is because they saw somebody that looked like him do it. Or there's been multiple ones.
Yeah.
And it's like crazy how that is so important for you to be able to see somebody that looks like you doing it, for you to be able to want to do it.
It's powerful, yeah. Like, so we do this, but we also take students on corporate office visits. So
Awesome.
This week we went to Pizza Hut. We went to a company downtown called WTW. We're going to Dallas Mavericks headquarters next week, and kids don't know like all the working pieces it takes to get an organization like the Dallas Mavericks to work, like Pizza Hut to work, and so they're like, well, I don't want to work in a pizza restaurant. I'm like, no, but there's legal, there's marketing, there's finance, there's all these, there's food scientists at Pizza Hut,
There's
right?
food scientists, people. I just learned about that. There's food scientists. Like, how is that possible? But we don't know about it.
Yeah, and so when we went to Pizza Hut, they got to tour the test kitchen and talk to some of the food scientists, the nutrition people there. Like, there's like all the food handling, everything, and they're like, wait, I can major in this? Like, I can do this? And they're like, yeah, like you can totally take that career anywhere. And so just for kids to be able to ask questions too without being judged.
Yeah.
Like sometimes kids are scared to ask questions because they think they're gonna sound stupid. But in this environment, like, Somos Familia, so you're not going to be judged by anybody here.
Yeah. So as far as the Somos Familia for you, whenever you started launching Los Primos, why was it so important for you to incorporate la gente, the familia in general? First of all, we all call each other primos a lot of the time, but why was it important, pivotal for you to have that?
I think like you're more likely to share and open up to someone that's your family, and familia is so central to Latino culture. Like whether you're from Mexico, El Salvador, Peru, everywhere, like we're just all about our family. And yeah, we all call each other primo, right? Like I have a cousin who's not really my cousin, but I call her my cousin, you know?
The same thing.
And like she's someone that maybe I won't talk to my sister or my parents about things, but I'll talk to her, right? You always have a primo that you can open up to. And so that was the idea behind our mentoring program, that like you have a primo on your side, right? You have someone that you can lean on and ask questions to, and they can help guide you through all of that. So yeah, having family at the center of like that cultural piece is important, but I think what also makes us different in the mentoring space is that parents are involved in everything.
Absolutely.
Right? Parents get to know the mentors. We have parents here today also talking to the professionals here, learning alongside their kids. They go on college visits with us. They go on corporate site visits with us. So they're learning right alongside their kids. And then that's really powerful, because once parents are educated, they educate the whole community, right?
Absolutely.
They tell everybody.
Toda la tía. You just start spreading the word.
Yeah.
Okay, 10 years ago when you started, what are you seeing right now from your first career fair? What does it look like to you now? How does it feel?
Yeah, our first career fair was a little tiny room, maybe 10 people, hosting booths, and kids got a lot out of it too. Now we're partnered with A+ charter schools here at their secondary campus. We filled up their gym. You know, we got a whole gym full of people here ready to talk to kids. We want to see it grow, but we want it to continue to be meaningful for kids, right? To continue to be able to have those close connections when they're talking to everybody.
When you remind me again, did you have a mentor, or did you kind of sort of see the importance of other people seeing mentors, specific demographic of people? They were like, oh yeah, they're using this. Why aren't we not using this?
Yeah. So growing up, I never had a mentor. Like I kind of just struggled through things. I was always too ashamed to ask for help, right? Like. I tell
Is that
people,
a culture thing of a shame part?
I think, like, you know, it's almost like, oh, you have to pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Nobody needs to help you.
It's a culture thing.
Like, I can do it myself, but, like, it's dumb. Like, we shouldn't be that way. We should allow other people to help us. And so I didn't get a mentor until, like, I was in my 30s. And I was like, oh, that's what they do. They push you. They got you thinking about things. Like, when I got connected with my mentor, I went back on my master's degree. I started Primos. Like, she just pushed me in ways I hadn't thought about pushing myself. So, kids are now getting that through Primos when they're 16, 17 years old, you know, getting them to do things they didn't think they could do. So
absolutely. You had a very significant thing that happened very recently, which is super amazing for y'all. A lot of visibility. Becky G, some way, somehow got the opportunity to work with her. Again, y'all been working with the MAPS and different organizations here locally, but now you're talking about somebody that's a global star. How did that connection come, and how did it feel to be part of that?
Yeah, so we actually got connected to that Becky G Walmart thing with Big Oak Tree Media. They're an Austin-based Latino-owned media company. And so they reached out to us because they wanted to do some work in Dallas. And I respond to all my emails. You know, I'm like, I'm connecting with everybody. And so I actually talked to them over the summer. And they were like, well, we're trying to figure out what we can do with you guys in Walmart. We'll stay connected. A couple months went by and they were like, hey, we're doing something with Becky G next week. And you want to do it? I'm like, let's do it. And so they're like, but don't tell anybody. Don't tell the kids. Don't tell your mentors. We want it to be a surprise. And so we met Becky G at Walmart, and she went shopping with us and talked to our kids, surprised the kids. Yeah. And, you know, you hope that when you meet someone like her, that they're actually as nice as they present themselves to be. And she was super sweet. Like, she could have come in and took her picture and said bye. And the kids would have been good with that. But she talked to all of them, answered all their questions, went shopping with them, let them pick out stuff for themselves, and, like, just really relatable and real sweet, and it's something the kids won't ever forget. So
and the impact that happened after that, whenever y'all posted the video on social media, I know y'all got some traction and things like that.
I guess a celebrity will do that for you, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So we got a spot on Telemundo. We were on a 97.9, and we got a couple of other spots coming up soon too. So it's just anything that helps bring attention to the Primos for kids, right?
Absolutely.
I need the kids to get more opportunities. So me and Becky G did that for us. Okay, like I'm gonna use that as an opportunity to get more stuff for our kids. So.
That's amazing. So you have a very particular event that happens every year, which is the Run.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about it, because it's gonna be here before you know it.
Yeah. So Run the Grove. It's our 5K scholarship fundraiser that we do in April. So we hosted in PG in Pleasant Grove. So we're gonna be at Crawford Park this year. Last year we had 500 runners, so we're hoping to do a little more than that this year. But we were able to raise $25,000 in scholarships for kids last year. We're hoping to do the same this year.
Amazing.
But yeah, there's a 5K, there's a 3K. We feed everybody. We're very Latino. We make sure we feed everybody.
My friend over here, my videographer, ran it. I didn't run it. I'd be like sending people.
I know we got rained out last year, and we had to reschedule and everything. I'm glad more people were still able to come out for the reschedule.
She made the run.
Okay, good.
She made the run. She was over there.
We switched up locations. We're gonna be at Crawford Park this year, so
awesome.
it'll be bigger and better. Yeah,
I'll be on the lookout for it. Anything else that comes near in the couple of weeks, months that you have events coming up that people need to know about?
Yeah, we'll have stuff come up all the time, but follow us on Instagram. It's Los Primos Dallas on Instagram, and then we also have a Facebook page where we post our events. Whenever we have something that's open to the community like this, we'll post it there and let y'all know when to come through.
Any important message for the community of Latinos that maybe don't understand the mentorship, of what is the importance of it? What can you tell them to kind of sort of open up to that opportunity?
You know, nobody knows everything, right? Like, I have 2 boys, they're 11 and 9, and at some point I'm going to find them a mentor, right? I can't, be stubborn in my mind that, like, oh, I'm the one educating my kid. I'm the only one that can do something for them. No, I want them to learn from other people. So I think we need to stay connected to other community members and help our kids learn from others. It's the way we all grow. So, yeah.
Thank you so much. I'm so beyond proud of you. I don't know, we don't know each other like that, but when I met you, when my friend Bree told me from Chingonas Only about your organization, I reached out. I did a fundraiser for y'all. I'm always in my mind, y'all, whenever I think of doing something for y'all, because I know how important it is the impact that you're doing in the community itself. Some lady was saying when I was talking to her about, I don't talk to famous people, but like you're pretty known for the work that you're done, and that's important because that brings eyes to y'all and the organization to help the kids.
Yeah.
So it's great. So again, I'm beyond proud of y'all. It was great when I saw the stuff. Heck yeah, with Becky G. Yeah, awesome.
I appreciate it. Yeah,
because I know what's gonna do for y'all.
Yeah,
and the impact.
And I'm always thinking about our kids, right? Our community, and like if I can bring that kind of attention to our kids, our community, it's not for me. Like I don't need the brownie points. I need it for the kids. So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
And I know so because I know that you always are. That's in your mind anytime I see you speak. Anytime I see you, it's for the kids, with the kids. And I think the community is seeing it, and that's important because when you talk about the global land factor, you're talking about showing representation and showing things that are very important that people might not be aware of the work that you're doing in the community that is super necessary for us to move forward as a community.
Yeah, and whenever I talk to people about your podcast, I'm like, he's getting connected to people in the community that maybe not everybody knows about, but that are doing important things like small businesses, other nonprofits. I'm like, I watched a whole bunch of your episodes.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And so I tell people, I'm like, y'all need to get connected with Crispin.
We got a live audience over there.
Yeah, he's always doing. Those are our kids and primos. Yeah. So like. For sure. I also tell people about the great work that you're doing.
Awesome. So once again, give them all your social media. Where can they reach out? Where can they find you at? And for how can they stay connected with y'all?
Yeah, so we're most active on Instagram. So it's Los Primos Dallas. And then if you want to check out our website, it's losprimosdallas.org. And then, that's the best way to find us.
Awesome. Again, we're having some amazing footage. This is in that special episode. Career Fair here with Los Primos with the founder, Alicia. Her work it continues to blow my mind as far as how much they do and how important it is that, like, even as a parent, you might not know. I'm not a parent, future parent, but I know the importance of the things that I'm learning here because I know it's going to help me raise my kid to be a better person in society. So thank you so much, Alicia.
All right, thank you.
All right, we are back with a student. Please introduce yourself. Tell me your name.
I'm Layla Barrera Hallam.
Awesome. So how did you got introduced to Los Primos? Where did you find out about them? Who told you about Los Primos?
My school is pretty interlinked with Primos. A lot of our girls from my school are involved in Primos, and so I kind of heard from that. But also, my best friend, she's right over there, she is the one who told me that I should sign up.
Awesome. So when you signed up and you went through the whole process of finding you and partnering up with Los Primos, having the questionnaire, everything that you do, how was that like whenever you actually got to meet your mentor?
It was so awesome because the form that we have to fill out to match with our mentor, I would say it's pretty like intensive in the sense that it asks very personal questions and questions that's like, oh, I know that whoever I match with as my mentor, they're going to be on the same page as me and they're going to have similar likes. And so I know that talking to them is going to be easier and I'm going to have more fun talking to them because they are going to be similar to me and they're going to have similar interests to me. And so when I finally got to meet my mentor, it was such a surreal experience because like I knew like, oh, she's similar to me and I know that we're going to have a good time and she's going to be an amazing mentor for me.
Awesome. They do such a great job at partnering people up, not to mention getting your family involved. So whenever you brought the idea to your family that you want to do that, how did they take it? Or were they even aware what a mentor was at that time?
Whenever I had told my mom, I remember she was really excited because she knew that having a mentorship would be really good for me and it would help me to grow and then it would also help me with college and my applications and stuff like that.
That's awesome. So here at Career Fair, what are you looking mostly to see? What fields are like maybe interesting you at this time that you want to explore? Anything? Podcasting?
I actually do have a podcast.
Oh, wow.
I used to. Mm-hmm.
That's amazing.
I really want to go into the health field, specifically with pediatrics, or I also want to go into business.
Awesome. For anybody that's out there, young, high school, what can you tell them regarding Los Primos and why should they be involved or even seek a mentor?
If you're interested and you're not sure, I definitely recommend that you join Los Primos. We've been given so many amazing opportunities, not only through mentorship, but also through other things. Like, for example, I think it was about a month ago, we met Becky G, and then also Los Primos also gives us a lot of free stuff. Like, I remember last year we got a monitor for free, and then we also get back to school supplies. So if you're interested in any of that, you should join. But also because of the opportunities and the events that we're involved in, like me and my friends, we always volunteer at park cleanups, and it's a good way to get community service hours. But then also kind of talking more about the mentorship, it's a really good opportunity to grow as a person. Like my mentor, for example, she's helped me to become a better person all around. She has encouraged me to be a more positive person and to have a better mindset. And even if they're is a bad situation, she encourages me to look on the positive side and to keep going. And she always just like encourages me and tell me that I'm doing amazing and to just keep going.
Why is it so important when you're going through a rough patch to be able to hear those words from somebody?
Because I really look up to my mentor because of who she is as a person, and I admire who she is. And so hearing her telling me that I'm doing good and that I should keep going, it really inspires me to keep going because I look up to her.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much again for stopping by, and all the work that you're doing as well, volunteering, different things like that, and just to be able to see the benefits, to be able to have a mentor and the way it's going to take you, and having to meet Becky G. It's amazing. What I keep talking about the subject is one of the highlights so far. I know there's done so much work, right? But just eyes with a celebrity brings a lot more attention to it. And he opens up other people to y'all, the Los Primos. But whenever you got to get the news and see her, what was the first things that came to mind to you?
I was so shocked because I've loved Becky G since forever. Like, I used to listen to Shower all the time on repeat, and I love the Power Rangers movie. So seeing her was so surreal. I was so amazed, and she's so down to earth, and she's so well spoken. And there was a while where we were just sitting in the back of the Walmart, and she was just giving us a bunch of advice, and that's something that I've really like trying to keep with me and trying to remember as I continue with my life.
Can you share the advice that kind of hit hard for you, like whenever she was talking, anything that stood up for you, her advice?
Well, I remember this one specific advice that her mom actually gave us, and it was that our parents are proud of us no matter what happens with our life and like where we end up and what path we go down. Our parents are already proud of us, and to just keep going because our parents are just going to continue to be more proud of us. So just, yeah.
It's very important because a lot of Latinos parents, Mexicano parents, or whatever you're from, a lot of times they are good at communicating that. So you never get the idea that they're proud of you, and you always kind of sort of want to hear it.
Yeah.
But knowing that they're always going to be proud of you no matter what is very important to hear. Even as an adult, they're like, oh yeah, they are still proud of me. I can't do no wrong as long as I keep moving forward to do great stuff for the community, Awesome. Thank you so much for stopping by, and actually, Alicia drug her over here because nobody has stopped by the way. I'm sorry. But it's great. Thank you so much for stopping by. All right, man. We're going to keep seeing if we can get more people to talk to us here on the Global Latin Factor podcast. Remember, 4 years of podcasting, 4 years of bringing amazing stories. Alicia has done amazing work with Los Primos, a decade, and continues to look for the things for the kids to be able to help them out as far as mentorship, because she saw that at the time that she was going to school, she didn't see that. And now she gets to bring it out to amazing young ladies, young men, to be able to get inspired and knowledge from the mentors. So awesome. We're going to continue going. So we have an amazing treat right now. We actually have one of the mentors for first year as Los Primos mentor. Tell me your name, and also beauty pageant queen, Miss Latina 2023, by the way, as you can tell.
Yeah.
Hola.
Hi everyone. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. Yeah. She wanted to have her sash and her crown, but I tell her, come on, we're in the environment right now. Tell me your name real quickly.
Yes, my name is Emily Sanchez, and I am currently representing North Texas as Miss Multicultural North Texas 2025. Wow. On the road to compete for the Miss Multicultural USA title.
Oh, sounds fancy. And how did you get involved with Los Primos? Who told you about Los Primos?
So I've actually been knowing about Los Primos for a while now. I kind of find out about them my freshman year of college. So I am a TCU alumni. I just graduated this past May.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah. And so I had seen like their posts on social media, on Instagram, and I was like, oh, this looks cool. I'm actually a product of a mentee and mentor relationship.
Awesome.
I was part of the Latinas in Progress program from the Hispanic Women's Network of Texas here in Dallas.
Nice.
And my current mentor that I had, she followed along with me after senior year of high school, all the way through like my college life. And it was just really unique, and I saw that Primos did something similar, and I was like, hey, like I want to be something, part of that.
Of course.
And yeah, so now I'm here.
How crucial was it for you to be able to maneuver through college, having a mentor?
I think it was such a unique experience. It was very rewarding for sure. Having to be a first generation Latina and not having that kind of support, not having that role model in my life was just something crazy, that I feel like it helped me out a lot. Talking to advisors, speaking to, other people in college and stuff. It was just having that one-on-one relationship. She really helped me out a lot.
Absolutely.
And she was kind of like my person to go to, if I had a question regarding classes, if I had a question regarding, academics or anything like that. It was just, I really enjoyed it, and I really was passionate, about the experience that we had. And I was like, hey, I want to do that back, like giving back to my community,
Absolutely. So Los Primos, Somos Familia, they get the family involved. I don't know if your previous mentor, you were able to tell your family, I have a mentor. And I'm like, what is that? What does that mean?
No, it was, something like really new to them. They were like, what is a mentor, But luckily, my mentor took the time to meet my mom, my dad, and my sister. And I feel like she also took the time to build that relationship with my family, especially with my mom. My mom and I are very close to each other.
Yes.
And obviously, whenever you have that other person come in, it can be a little bit, like, what is going on, But she took the time to build that relationship. So whenever I went to her to have certain conversations, my mom was still there for support. My mom was still there, asking questions as well. Like, hey, I really don't know what's going on with Emily, but my mentor gave them that reassurance that everything was going to be okay.
Awesome.
And how you had said, Primos has this concept of La Familia. And I feel like, now it's my turn to go ahead and pour back to the community and give that back as well.
Yeah. Whenever you actually applied and, they went through the whole process, said you're going to be a mentor, how did that feel for you?
Honestly, for me, I was super excited. I think it was just a full circle moment, where I was like, okay, now it's time for me to get back to the community. I'm going to get to have that experience, with my new mentee. And as soon as I got my mentee, I was just so excited. We had already bonded beforehand.
Oh, wow.
And it just felt like it was like a God-given relationship, and I was like, okay, I'm ready for this. And, anything that I can be a resource of, I'm here for it,
Did you have any challenges in TCU as far as going through your journey of schooling that you kind of sort of like, I don't know exactly when your mentor came into place, but you're like, I wish I would have had somebody that could have guided me through the process?
No, yeah, for sure. I mean, going to TCU itself, like it was a big cultural shock, being a first generation Latina and looking like a Mexican American. It was just like, wow, I'm here in between so many people that do not look like me. And that first year, it was a big struggle, It was a big transition because I didn't really know how to have those conversations with other people that didn't look like me, because I went to a predominantly like Mexican high school, everyone was the same like me. We all grew up the same. And it was like I come into this environment where everything is just so new to me, And even like with classes, I will say we did have smaller classes, so it wasn't that big of a transition. But even yet, like, how do I talk to my professors? How do I go and ask them questions? Like, we have those office hours, but it's like, do I just go by myself? Do I go with somebody else?
It's crazy how the simplest things, you don't know how to approach them,
Yeah.
That's wild.
And my mentor came into place where she, not only would she help me out, but she would connect me with other people, that she knew of that could be of a resource. I mean, at TCU, we had the student support services. So that in itself was really helpful too, because they helped out a lot of first generation students. And I was like, okay, I'm starting to see that there's people that actually do look like me that come here,
Yeah.
And it was hard because I didn't know if I was actually going to belong there or not,
Right.
But I mean, I kept on pushing through, and to say that I went to a private institution and graduated with my bachelor's degree.
Congrats again. Congrats.
Yes, thank you. And from the School of Business, like, that's something big,
It is big.
Yeah.
Definitely. Okay. Whenever the mentor idea came to place, who introduced it to you, and like what kind of sort of like, I think I need that, or I might want to just check it out to see what they're talking about?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was during COVID time while I was in high school,
Oh, man. Yeah.
So I remember I was scrolling through my phone. It was probably like 2 or 3 in the morning, and I see Latina scholarship, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to apply, I was like, I'm going to apply. It says mentorship and all of these other things, but I was like, I don't really know.
Did it mean
what that
anything to you at that time? Like,
no, not really, because I'm telling you, I was so unfamiliar with that concept,
of course.
And in high school, it's like, I never really heard of anyone having a mentor,
Yeah.
And so I applied, and the first question that I asked to reach out for my mentor was about FAFSA. FAFSA was so new to me. I was like, I do not know what this means. I'm like, what are these questions? Why is it asking me for my parents' taxes,
Yeah.
And so I reached out to her, and we met up at Starbucks. And from there, that relationship just kicked off. She was like, yeah, just come to me, ask me any questions that you might have. If I don't know the answer, luckily the Hispanic Women's Network of Texas has so many great Latinas,
awesome.
that have already navigated the education, like upper level as well. And from there, it just yeah, just any questions I
Cool.
had.
Awesome. Before we ended the beauty pageant part, where does that come into place? Who tells you about it? Like, hey, you can do this.
So I ended up joining a Latina sorority in campus. It's called Sigma Lambda Alpha Sorority Incorporated. We were a Latina founded sorority, and everyone in there is usually some sort of Latina, aspect or ancestry.
Yes.
And so one of my sorority sisters, she had done the Miss Fort Worth Latina pageant. And so I got a little bit curious, I started asking her questions and what it was about. I saw that she was very involved in the community. And so I volunteer a lot too, so I was like, okay, I'm going to make my own research, and then I consulted with my mentor and I was like, hey, like, what do you think about me doing this, I had never done modeling or pageantry before, so this was all new.
Right.
And luckily they didn't need any or require any experience beforehand, and so I just applied, I was like, okay, we'll see qué es lo que pasa. I applied and I ended up getting the Miss Dallas Latina title to compete for the Miss Texas Latina.
Nice.
And this was in 2022 to 2023.
Yeah.
Throughout my term, I was heavily involved with the community. I was volunteering with, any organizations that I feel like would call to me, that was something that I felt like I had to do,
Nice.
And I feel like it was a big inspiration too for the Latino community because it's not so common. I mean, the only thing that you see is like the Miss Universo, right? That's like the biggest pageant that you see, but other than, you don't really see anything like local wise, right?
Yeah.
And I felt like I had to change kind of that stigma and perspective that people had on it. That not only was it the beauty pageant aspect of it, but that there's also the community aspect of it. What am I doing to serve back to my community? And for me in itself, that was the biggest thing that I felt like I wanted to do because there was so many roadblocks that I had to hit while I was, navigating from high school to college. I didn't want somebody to go through those bad experiences. I'm like, if I can be a resource to my community, then why not do it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Alicia went through the same challenges. The reason why she began to doing Los Primos. Okay, everybody and their mama thinks probably pageant just you're walking looking glamorous and that's it. But they don't see all the other stuff that you get involved with within the community, being here, feeding the homeless, whatever the case might be, right? So how does that feel for you doing those particular type of things, events?
It's very personal to me, I feel like. And the reason that I say that is because I haven't really seen anybody else do that, like being first generation, it's like, well, it's just my parents saying like, trabaja, 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 right? But to me, I felt like I needed something more in my cup. And that's what poured into my cup, going to volunteering events where I can see that I'm making an impact on people. Because to me, it's like, if I help someone, it makes me feel good about myself. It makes me feel proud, like I'm doing a service. And on top of that, it's like, faith-wise too, I feel like God is calling me to go and serve people as well.
Yeah.
Like it shouldn't just be everything about me. I should also go ahead and go and share with others, help others, because that's what the word says, to go and help others.
Yeah.
So for me, it's about faith and helping the community more than
amazing.
anything.
Before I let you go, tell the people why should they support Los Primos, even as a mentor or a mentee, a young person is listening. They're like, why should you try to reach out to a mentor and become a mentee? And why do people need to reach out to Los Primos to try to be part of this?
Yeah,
Speak to the camera, por favor.
Yeah, the reason that I feel like you should join Los Primos, whether it's to be a mentor or a mentee or even just being a partner for the community, you've already seen so many testimonies of that relationship that mentors and mentees have already had, and that in itself speaks a lot. And how I'm saying I've been a product of that mentee and mentor relationship, and now to be able to give back to the community is such a great thing. Having that other person that you can lean on, that you have any questions about when it comes to financials, education, they have all of those resources, of that help of who can you reach out to get educated on those aspects. And what better than Los Primos? That's that one community resource that we have.
Yeah.
And especially here for the Pleasant Grove area, where it's you see all of those low income families, that you shouldn't feel limited that you don't have those resources. These resources are here for you for free, So you should definitely take advantage of it. There's so many products and testimonies of those mentees and mentor relationships that what better, to pour back into the community for it.
And some of them are free, by the way, if you need some resources. Before I let you go, your social media, where can people find you at?
Yeah.
And I don't know if there's voting happening right now, but if whatever you got going on, let me know.
Yeah, pretty soon there will be that opening poll, but as of right now, you can go ahead and follow me on my social media, especially on Instagram, so you can follow me on Emily Sanchez, so EMILEE.Sanchez. And you'll just see me pop up as a Miss Multicultural, North
nice.
Texas.
Awesome. Again, we capturing. I'm still looking for a gentleman. I haven't had a guy here to come to the podcast, but amazing. We're grabbing some amazing stories. We got a mentor. We got the founder. We have the social media individual, and we're looking to have a gentleman somewhere around here. So we're gonna find one, and maybe the police officer lady over there munching on some waffles. We'll be right back with some more. But we have Juan Diaz. He's actually part of Primos, the board. And how long you been with the board for?
This will be going into my second year into the board. Correct.
By the way, your voice is amazing.
I appreciate it.
If you don't do voiceover work on the side, I don't know what you're doing because it's amazing.
Okay.
What made you want to get involved with Primos? When was the first presentation of Los Primos to you?
For me, honestly, I've been involved for about almost 4 years now.
Wow.
I started getting involved as a mentor, actually. Been a big advocate since college about the importance of community and practicing, and the big foundation of understanding, and not just volunteering, but also like being a part of the actual struggle and that understanding too. So from there, kind of like laid my passion. I was a mentor for about, and I'm still a mentor for, this will be my 4th year now.
Awesome.
My mentee, Estrella, she's actually at A&M right now. She's a sophomore.
Awesome.
She wants to become a vet. Amazing, super smart. And I was asked about a couple years ago if I was interested in being part of the board, and I said, "Are y'all sure? Like, are y'all good? Like, are you good?" But honestly, it's been like a super amazing opportunity to learn from others and learn a different side of the perspective from the nonprofit world, which
Absolutely.
I've learned and I love so much.
Did you have a mentor going to college and high school? Was that even an idea of anything that you can probably get into or have somebody that can help you out?
I did. I feel like at the point in time, I didn't really label it or had this idea of mentorship. And I would say also it was up to me to find that mentor. Unfortunately, I was at a school where I didn't have the opportunity to know programs such as this or mentorship and have that understanding, right? And in college, I went to a predominantly white institution. So it was kind of hard trying to navigate that space, knowing that there was only a certain amount of people that actually looked like me within the space. But thankfully enough, I got the opportunity to make some amazing friends and actually identify and build relationships with some dope-ass mentors in the process. And I actually started getting involved in nonprofit work there, and I had found out about a mentorship program where I actually started being a coordinator for them. And so it just became an amazing opportunity. But I think just understanding the value of mentorship is tremendous in any segment of the world.
Whenever you found a mentor for yourself, what did it do for your life? How did you feel it impact you immediately as soon as you started seeing what is the importance of a mentor?
I think for me, one of my biggest mentors was this guy named Cedric McClure. We call him Uncle Ced. Amazing, dope dude. And he was honestly a big mentor for me. I think having a male, also minority background mentor who came from a similar background as me, who for me, I was able to identify and understand a different way of masculinity, which I wasn't accustomed to in my neighborhood.
Right.
And to see somebody in a certain space and also who carried himself in a way that like, he didn't have to be tough. He didn't have to be this kind of like macho guy. He was confident in who he was, and he was also articulate and was able to understand and provide words of wisdom. And I was like, I want to be like him. And that really attracted me to him. And he also brought me under his wing. And I was just like, yo, this is an amazing feeling that I wish and I hope that I'm also able to provide to other people as well.
So one thing is being a mentee, but the other one is to be able to want to do that as well. Right. So I know you said in college you saw the power of it and you wanted to advocate and want to become a mentor. Right. When did Los Primos come about for you?
For me, it actually came out after I graduated. It was just an easy, simple Google search. I wanted to be a part of become a mentor as well. So I just searched up on Google one day. I was like, mentorship programs in the Dallas area, and Primos was one of the first ones that popped up.
First ones.
Funny enough, I applied. It was around the summertime, and had a couple interviews. I met Alicia for the first time, our director and founder of Primos. And so from there, long story short, it's been 4 or 5 years now, and it's probably been one of the amazing experiences I've had so far.
So, yeah, did have an amazing thing happen. Of course, y'all always, throughout the decade that you've been around Primos, there's been a magnificent things that they've been doing. But, of course, celebrity always sometimes take the spotlight. So, Becky G was part of it. What do you think whenever they got to partner up with Becky G to do something with Walmart?
I think it was amazing. I think for not just for the organization in itself, but also more for our students, right? To be in a certain space and to be in a neighborhood such as Pleasant Grove and to have the opportunity to meet somebody as big, but not just that, but somebody who is also grounded and cares about the community. I feel like a lot of times some of our celebrities don't maybe have that same framework or function in that same way, but to have somebody that looks like them, speaks like them as well, be represented and actually like have the time and care to really like engage and be invested in what we do, I think was super amazing in itself.
For somebody that's out in the community doing some stuff, or a young person, can you tell us the importance that you know for sure works about a mentor-mentee relationship, and why is it important for you to find somebody?
I think it gives you an exposure to a variety of different things. It allows you to learn of different ideas, different perspectives, because not only are you opening the doors to one person, you're opening the doors to that whole community that comes from that person as well. So a big thing that I try to advocate and share about is just like, you're not just connecting with me as Juan Galicia Diaz, but you're also connecting with the people that I know as well.
Right.
And I feel like a lot of the big thing too is honestly just community building, right? Being able to continue these ties within our community, which I feel like oftentimes it's easy to lose, and be connected with amazing family members as well. And also understand that our students and their families come a breadth of knowledge, a breadth of experience.
Yeah.
And it's not just of us functioning as a mentor, but we also function as a mentee. We're a student and we're also a teacher as well.
Right.
Because we get to learn from all of the different learnings about them. Like, tell me about Roblox. Tell me about other things that you know that I don't know, right?
Right.
How they see the world, what they're passionate about. As I was mentioning, like Estrella, she wants to go into vet school. So understanding that whole realm as well. And I'm like, you're basically becoming a doctor. And I had no idea that it was all going into this, right? And so I was like, well, as long as we get you through this, like we're gonna learn through this together, and it's okay.
That's cool. That's
so it's been an amazing experience.
For anybody that's looking for a place to be involved with Los Primos, tell them why Los Primos is such a great organization for you to be part of, and if you want to contribute to the community, and not only that, but the mentee, young people to be able to, because again, the vetting process as far as like them partnering up with a mentor is a very strategic and
intentional.
It's intentional regarding the form that you have to fill out to make sure that you are aligned with the right mentee. It's not like, oh, this person with that person. No, it's more like the questionnaire, very intentional about partnering and involving the family. So tell them about that.
No, 100%. And I think that goes back to kind of the foundation we've had, right, of making sure we're providing a quality experience for our students, but and also a quality sense of mentorship as well. So it's not just about evolving the student, but also making that space and that experience comfortable and welcoming, and also aligning to their parents as well, or to their family members as well. So we look at it from a holistic perspective, which I think is very new and something that we provide that I think is super amazing. We also provide not just educational program for our youth, but we also provide education programming for our adults as well and our parents, which I think separates us from some organizations. So being able to really provide that experience holistically across generations, I think is pretty big. And I think a big thing for us too as well is building that level of trust, right? And I think often for me as well as any other parent, right, you have to create that relationship. You have to build that trust with not just the mentee, but also the parents as well.
Right.
Coming in as basically like a stranger, right? You have to be willing to provide these spaces and that trust and that consistency as well, which is a major thing.
Right.
And that's something that our structure has really kind of over the years been a big focus on, and being able to be consistent with their mentees and also the mentors and be connected, and also provide other experiences where our mentors can also be involved, such as career fairs. We can do site visits as well at their jobs, depending on different things that we can do, and get them that exposure as well.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Juan, so much for your time. Again, I'm super supportive of y'all. Ever since I got to meet who y'all are, I did a fundraiser for her that I need to do another one for, and I sent my friend over here to run the girl because I haven't run it myself. Yeah. But I get people that get to send to y'all to support as much as I can, and I was super excited for y'all to have Becky G, not for the sense of the celebrity part, but I know what it was gonna do for visibility for y'all, to be able to other people to know that y'all are around and y'all been doing this forever, and it's like 10 years plus, and like they're still doing it because it's so important for the community. Because you see people like yourself myself and other people that have been here, they kind of sort of see the reason and the importance why, and why other cultures use it, and why are we lacking behind of not having a mentor program involved in our communities.
Right.
So thank you.
100%. Thanks for having us, brother.
Absolutely.
Thanks for being out here on this great Saturday day. We appreciate you, and thanks for the kind words, man. I think it's super important that we continue to put faith in each other, continue building those relationships. And a big piece of that is the storytelling process as well.
Yeah.
So continue expanding that notion, continue expanding those voices as well. And we're going to be in a better place, brother.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure.
All righty. So we're going to continue. I think we have maybe another person that we have that we'll see what we can get in. But again, this is Career Fair for the Los Primos, Somos Familia. Amazing mentorship program that you can be involved with if you feel like you want to be part of the community, you feel like you never had the sense of a mentor, but they'll be able to guide you through the process to be able to be somebody that can help a young person become more successful, answer questions, and guide them through life, because a lot of us need it, especially when you're young. You can see yourself as you were young. Like, oh, so what do I need to do? Well, there you go. You got some amazing individuals that are focused professionals to get there. Awesome. We'll be right back. So we have Officer Martinez. Hola, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
So you're kind of sort of experiencing, you're not part of the event, but you're experiencing what everything's going on here. So you are an officer here at the school.
Yes, for A+
Yeah,
charter schools.
for everything that goes on with the schools these days, a lot of people sometimes are concerned about safety. What can you tell them about the crucial part that you get to do here?
So we definitely focus on our students first. We're here for their safety. I think a big misperception when the police department first started here was that we are kind of like the bullies for the kids, or like they'll call us when someone's like misbehaving. But we're definitely not here for that. In any school, no officers there, to enforce, the behavioral stuff. So we're definitely there for their safety, to make sure that people that aren't supposed to be in the building are not there.
Yeah, I can kind of sort of see that, right? Well, they have the police in there, so if my kids misbehave, they're gonna know. That's kind of no involvement whatsoever for y'all. Y'all are concerned is people there on the outside, bad actors that might want to have any idea. Y'all the ones that are ready to be like, oh, no. And the kids are the teachers are. That's what they're for.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
What made you want to get into the police? By being a police and going through the police academy.
So I wanted to work at the schools. Definitely. I've worked for the schools for a long time. I started out in Terrell ISD.
Yeah.
And I liked working there. I also saw the need for a Spanish-speaking officer.
Awesome.
I would translate for the officer that worked there at Terrell ISD. And so I was like, we really need someone that can speak to these parents, that understand them, and just not have that miscommunication. So I really like that. I like that there's a lot of Spanish-speaking families here in the school.
Yeah.
And they're able to kind of see me and relate to me, and I relate to them, and it's just...
One thing is wanting to do something about it, but the other thing is actually to put it into action and doing it.
And
what made you want to push forward to do it?
I guess my own kids, with all the school shootings and everything, I'm like, something needs to be done about this. We need more presence in the schools. I know there's a lot of officers that don't like schools, because you really have to build bonds with the students, and some officers aren't like, oh, I don't really want to do that with kids. So
what's the perfect fit for you? You have kids of your own.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if I'm able, my kids, they're young, but still I would want someone to do for them what I'm willing to do for another student.
Yeah. So anytime they come here at this particular school, how long you been working at this school for?
I think it's been 5 years.
Yeah. I see my maybe it was just me that I don't know are involved with it. I didn't know the police officers get to be, I guess maybe I just saw them and they were just like, okay, whatever. But I didn't really think there was like a thing of a program that people get to be present in the schools and make sure that everything's safe.
No, yeah, I think it's really changed even from when I was in school. I just see the officers. I feel like with a lot of mental health issues going on now, we really try to build those connections with our students and really just try to get to the bottom of things so we can help them out in a whole different level.
All right. So what can you tell me about the school, just being here and being around this environment?
I love this school. I love these kids. They're so sweet. We just had homecoming and they go all out.
Oh, wow.
They had a tailgate party. It was a lot of fun.
Oh,
and
that's
so
pretty
the
neat.
community's great. A lot of Latinos around here, and I just love it. I feel at home. Definitely feel at home.
Well, I appreciate very much your work. Again, police sometimes get like a bad rep in general because there is some folks that unfortunately kind of tempt y'all. But for the most part, it's very important work that you do, especially for the kids, making sure that the kids are around, especially again with this every other week there's a shooting. But again, with the awareness, with the relationship that you do with the students, I know that you definitely keep them safe. You're doing amazing work. Thank you so much. I'm so proud of you. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, man. So pretty much we're going to wrap it up here very soon. So I think we're almost finishing up. But thank you so much for checking out. I'll be doing the closing here in just a few seconds. All right, this was a very special episode of the Global Latin Factor podcast on location. We are Los Primos Career Fair. We had an amazing talk with different people. Everybody's breaking down, so you see a lot of moves. We're about to make our way out. But again, remember to subscribe. And remember, we are just like you. We are people. We are the spice in this melting pot. There it is. Well, till next time.